welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa Murrell and I'm a personal stylist for the everyday woman. And for today's video, we're going to focus on super simple, easy to wear autumn casuals. So these are the type of outfits that you run your errands in, that you might meet your girlfriends just for a coffee in the daytime in. Most of them I'm going to put with trainers, and they're all going to be very wearable by a lot of you. So we're not talking any really short skirts, tight arms or anything on those lines. I'm also going to try and run through these things super quickly for you as well. Not least just to keep your interest, but also because we've only got half a day to film in today. So that's why we're going to do things a little bit quicker than usual. Now, before I do all of that, please can I ask you to press the subscribe button. When you press that subscribe button, you do more for our channel than you can imagine. But for yourselves, what you do is guarantee that we continue to do this for you. We have to produce these videos for free. We get very, very little money back from any advertisers, and it takes us away from our clients for anything from 1 to sort of 5 days when we produce them. And we love making them for you. And that is the only reason we continue to do it, because we love the community that we have built up. But only a very small percentage of you actually press that subscribe button. So that is all we're asking for in exchange, is to press that button, to heart it, to put the thumbs up, and it will do more for us than you can imagine. So thank you very much in advance for doing that. Now, the first lot of items are all from White Stuff, and I've been very careful in picking the store in which I'm going to show you the majority of items from today. I wanted a store that I think you can all relate to. I think is on a lot of our high streets. We can buy it online. It's inclusive in its sizing. It goes from a size 6 to a size 24. They often do both petite and regular leg lengths, and it's a good price point and the quality is always there. So here are my favorites that I've picked from there. So starting off, I have to say their barrel jeans, which are actually more like a carrot shape, so they're not too voluminous, are probably one of the best fitting carrot jeans that I've actually tried on. One of our models, called Jess, who often comes into the studio, she has a much larger bottom and thigh area compared to her waist. So she is an extreme pair in that she would perhaps be a size 18 on the bottom, but only a 12 on top. She believes that White Stuff are the best fitting jeans for her. So hopefully that will help some of you. But they're a great cut. Like I say, they're not too voluminous. I am wearing a UK size 6, which means that I've slightly sized down on this brand, but I also do have a much smaller waist. If you are more generous around your waist area, then I wouldn't size down. But if you do have that smaller waistline, then definitely size down. I've kept it simple with just a white pair of trainers. I've got their navy bag on, which is just a great size handbag. It's got the extra wallet there that you can put inside as well. They do these in all different colours. Then jumper wise, I wanted to pick something that is still fresh. We have a tendency to go to dark colours as soon as the darker nights kick in, but actually keeping the white there makes it look really fresh. This jumper's actually got a little pocket there, and actually is probably made to wear out like that. So for any of you who are conscious of that stomach area, then you've got a lovely profile on that jumper just to let it hang out. The splits at the side mean that if you're more petite, you've got that elongation, but I like to tuck it in because I've got shorter legs and that helps to lengthen my legs. So this next one is lovely. A gilet is absolutely perfect for the weather we're having right now. This also comes in the navy. I will show you that in a minute. Keep the base layer simple. It's as soon as you start adding different colours in there that it'll make that look old-fashioned rather than modern. Now, I use the word modern because modern is the opposite to dated. So we're not trying to make you look trendy, but you do need to keep yourself looking modern, otherwise you will look dated. hence just the basic top underneath it. I also put a jacket over this, and then that will give me another layer in the winter. And there it is in the navy, really nice, really wearable. Making sure that you've added on a slightly more on-trend jean shape as well. That is going to help it look a lot more modern, but yeah, I really like those. They will definitely be staying in my wardrobe, and I'll be using them as layering pieces as the weather changes. Now this is what I'm trying to get you to avoid. This now suddenly makes this gilet and this lovely pair of jeans look really dated, old-fashioned, and anything but modern. And the mistake that we see people making all the time is to put the heavy pattern here in the middle, the darker trainer or the darker shoe, and this is the outcome. Hopefully you can see from the comparison that when you keep to clean, fresh lines, that will give you longevity in your wardrobe. Buying tops like this and darker shoes like that will just make you look dated, unfortunately. Now I'm really loving this gilet. It feels super, super cozy. I've changed the jean just to show you a different style. So these are a more tapered leg. I've had to turn them up because I'm wearing a regular length, but they're clearly too long for me. I'm 5'3.5". These are the size 8 in them, and the 8 are a little bit baggy on me, but I actually quite like that sort of slouchy look. They're very forgiving around the waist, and they feel really nice and soft as well. Again, I've kept the middle bit nice and clean with just a white top. The shoulders are great because they're helping to broaden me on top. By keeping it simple there, you really get this strong line, the strong vertical line, which is going to help to elongate and break up a big bust. What you want to do though is to make sure that you've got a tight top underneath here rather than a baggy one. If you add a baggy one on, it's going to make you look broader all over. But yeah, really like that. Added on the bag, kept the trainers the same, because this is all about simple styling for you today. Now if a gilet isn't for you and you're looking for a jacket, this corduroy one is really nice. A soft, neutral sort of pinky, dusty pinky type of colour. Really easy colour to wear for a lot of people. Keeping the centre bit plain again will mean that this sort of jacket will stay modern and can really stay in your wardrobe an awful long time. Nice shell buttons down there as well that again make this sort of jacket look a little bit more modern and a little bit more thoughtful and stylish. So really like that one as well. I should say that in all of their jumpers I've gone up to a UK size 10 because I wanted a little bit of extra drape in everything. I think if you take your own size in their jumpers, they often come in, they're just that little bit too fitted. So I would go up a size if I was you. So I've changed up the jeans and I've gone for a coloured jeans. Now I've got these in the beige as well, so I will show you that. But I just thought that this grey gilet that we've picked is really lovely with a pop of colour on the bottom. But note how I've had the white on with, I think, every single outfit so far, because that's what gives us the base and allows us to mix and match these colours together. But this is a lovely warm gilet. It's good, but definitely giving me M&M vibes. Again, I put these under jackets as well, but you could wear it at this time of the year by itself. Yes, of course, you could wear a long sleeve top underneath, keep it plain, just a white one. Maybe a grey and white striped one might look quite nice. Benefit of this is that it's got a 2-end zip. So what that allows you to do is perhaps keeps you warm up there in the neck, but then you can see then how the colours don't go that well together. But when you've got a double-end zip, you can open it like that, pull your top down a little bit more, and then you've got that flash of white that just helps to break up that outfit and again keeps it a lot fresher. Now these types of wool gilets also go really nice under a blazer, because often we don't want the extra width on our arms, but we want the warmth that a gilet like this can give us. So they are perfect under blazers. You'll often see me wearing a hoodie type variety under a blazer. So yeah, really lovely, great staple. comfortable, won't date again, perfect for most people's wardrobes. Now I've just changed the top, another sort of sleeveless gilet thing. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered all of these, other than that I like them, and then they are absolutely perfect for the late summer and autumn weather that we're having, because you can wear them sleeveless and because you can then put a long sleeve top on underneath. But really like this one. I should also mention that the jeans are very comfortable. Again, I'm in a UK 6, so I have sized down in these, but if you've got the wider waist, then I wouldn't. I'd just stick to your normal size. Leg length, I am in the regular length, so I'm not having to take the petite length in this, despite being only 5'3½". Really like the colour of these as well. I just think a nice little bit of pop of colour here goes really well. The quality on all of these items has been lovely. One thing I will show you though is that I have got a shoulder pad on, and I think I've worn a shoulder pad with most of the items, and that's just to help give a little bit of structure when you have got casual items on. A lot of us, when we've got casual items on, we feel a little bit sloppy, a little bit shapeless, and not as nice as when you put on, let's say, a blazer, for example. So one thing you can do to try and counteract that is to give yourself some structure. So to broaden yourself out there, then your shoulders will stand straighter, and when they do stand straighter, everything else will drape a lot nicer. So that's why I always wear a shoulder pad with more casual items. So same jeans, just this time more in the sort of sandy beigey colour. I've kept flip-flops on purpose so that you can actually see the leg length, although personally I am still in flip-flops. I really like the flip-flop and jumper type of combination, but that way you can see where they come to on me. Just to mention this again, I'm 5'3½" and I'm in the regular length. However, at 5'5", a couple of the girls in the office have had these on, and they too would have been the regular length. And that's because I've got quite a long inside leg, and anything shorter than probably 5'3", then I would go for the petite leg. Otherwise, I'd just stick with the regular leg. I've paired this one on with this jumper. This is exactly the same jumper as I had on at the start. The one at the start was knitted. This one is more of a like a sweatshirt type of fabric, you know, where it's lovely and really warm and cozy and soft underneath, but it's got the same style in terms of the pocket down here. I'm liking the two-tone here, the stripe, and then the plain. The plain band then means that you can wear it with more things. You could pull it up like that, just so that you get that nice white strip that then allows you to wear it with lots of different colours, and I just think it is a really easy to wear jumper. So if you're more comfortable in a V-neck, this jumper feels so soft, it's unbelievable. It is beautiful. It's got the added detail down here of the darker navy stripe. It's 100% cashmere. Say, it just feels lovely, a nice neckline. I've still got the shoulder pads on there just to give that little bit of structure, but I think that is lovely, and that would go really nice with some darker blue jeans. In fact, the carrot style, barrel style that I showed at the start comes in a really dark indigo colour, so that jumper would have gone really lovely with those. So moving on to a couple of jackets for you now. So this one I love, but I do not think it will stay around for long. We've also shown it on Instagram, so be quick if you like this one. So it's from Zara. It's got the pull ties here, so that helps shape you round the waist if you want it, but equally if you don't like that shaping, you can just pull them out and have it more as a casual jacket. It's got a hood, and it's also got the tie, so you can actually pull the hood in tighter, so it's actually got that practical element in. That said, it doesn't say on the website that it is actually waterproof. I would imagine it's water resistant, but not waterproof. It's a nice modern shape, and it's very, very hard to find a practical jacket that is longer and offers some practical styling as well, but we very much like that one. I'm wearing it in a size small, and it actually comes in an extra small right the way through to an extra large, and I believe it is about £59. Next jacket, same price, 59, it might be 59.99. Really like this. They're coming up very big though. This is like the small to medium, I believe, and there's a lot of fabric there, but it does give a really nice shape. Can you see that? It's almost like mat-like at the back. Nice big funnel neck, which is very much in fashion for this season. Some practical pockets in there as well, but probably not as practical as the last one. Definitely more of a fashion coat. It doesn't have a hood, but does look very nice and stylish for doing your errands in or even going out in. So yeah. Personally, I like that one as well. Now this is a great one if you are a dog walker. Stick some wellies underneath this and you will be sorted. Now I'm wearing it in an extra small, but I'm actually going to send it back and get the size small instead, because I like to make sure that with any sort of thickness of coat I can either wear just a t-shirt and I can wear a jumper, where in the extra small I feel like it will be a little bit too restrictive for me. It's like a washed olive colour with the contrasting cord collar there. It's long enough to keep you warm on the legs, and yeah, I think it's another great one. So we will link everything for you like we always do in the description box, and we always put the UK links and the USA links. But if you can't find a particular link, particularly for the USA, it means it wasn't available for us to link in the US. So then we try and do our best to find you something very similar. Now this is the shorter version of the long one I've just shown. This is really nice. This is in a size extra small and is actually the perfect size for me. So you never can tell. The only way you can tell is by buying a couple of sizes in and returning one, which we all know is so incredibly wasteful for everybody, for the environment, for everybody's time, money, etc. But unfortunately, until the stores actually start doing some sort of standardization, it's the only thing that we can do. This is more like a Barber wax jacket. It doesn't say that it's waterproof or shower resistant on the website, but I'd imagine it would be at least shower resistant, and I just think that is such a classic, and you cannot tell that that isn't a Barber jacket. And I have one pretty much exactly the same as this that I've been wearing to dog walk in for probably about 8 to 10 years, and they just never date. So they are a great staple purchase for an autumn winter coat that also looks very modern. Now there are lots of barn jackets around at the moment. So what makes one barn jacket better than the other? For us, it's all in the detail. So the detail is important because we are dressing women of all different shapes and sizes all the time. So the type of thing we will look for is, can you see here on the back, there is the button there that is helping us to shape at the sides. So if we've got a jacket that does that, if we have a lady who is feeling particularly broad, for example, then we can pull her in. Or if we've got a petite lady and the jacket just hanging straight is making her feel all overwhelmed and too big, then we would look for a jacket with a pull in there. At the moment, to keep our clients on trend, we are looking for this contrasting collar and cuff, and it's not just contrasting in the fabric but also in the colour. We look for gold hardware. We rarely buy a coat that has got silver hardware. Even if you wear silver as your colour, then a gold on the coats or the items will always look more elevated on a product than silver will. And it doesn't matter that you wear silver jewellery. That's absolutely fine. Length is actually very important as well. I would actually say on myself, this is just slightly too long if I plan on wearing it with a crop jean. And the type of thing I think of in my mind is, well, I want to be wearing a crop jean when I'm wearing this, because when I'm wearing this, it might be because it's a bit rainy, a bit drizzly out. It's certainly not probably dry on the ground. And so if it's not dry on the ground, you're not going to be wanting to wear a long jean that is scraping along the ground. Not that your jean should scrape on the ground, but you know what I mean, close enough to the ground to soak up that water. So if I know I'm going to be wearing this with my crop jeans, then in an ideal world, on my petite frame, it would probably be about there. It doesn't shorten my legs up too much. But that said, I am a little bit in love with this coat, so I do think I'm going to have to keep it, and I'll just have to say it's the studio's and borrow it when I want it. So that is it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you could press that subscribe button, it really does mean a lot to us and allows us to continue to bring these videos to you. Next week, by the way, is my mum. I think I said last week that she was on this week, but she couldn't make it this week. So next week, I am taking my mum to Zara. My mum is, I think she's 75, 76. She's a UK size 14. She's a pear-shaped, but she's barely 5 foot. She's probably about 4'11", something on those lines. So traditionally, you would think that a woman of that shape, size, and petiteness won't get on very well with Zara. So tune in next week if you want to see if I'm actually successful or not. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next week.